Final.
Cup championship bound, baby! Woo! Big up, baby! Woo! We here, man. It got a little crazy out there, but we made it through.
We're gonna keep stacking the day, so see you in the championship.
Let's go!
June 17th wasn't just another game. It was payback time. Remember May 30th when Jacy Sheldon and the Connecticut Sun left Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson?
Or when the dirty plays went unpunished? Well, the Indiana Fever remembered everything. And when Sheldon poked Caitlin Clark right in the eye during this rematch, something snapped. What happened next will show you exactly why you don't mess with Clark's teammate.
Because Sophie Cunningham was about to deliver the most satisfying flagrant foul you've ever seen. If you support the Fever, comment down below, CC and Spicy Sophie. Let's go.
Be the last time these two teams faced off too. Sophie Cunningham suffered her ankle injury in that game, but in addition to that, she actually had part of her front tooth knocked out. She made contact with Jacy Sheldon as Caitlin Clark knocks down the triple.
But what people don't talk about enough is how hard you have to work to be able to be that good. All the hours that she's spent perfecting her craft.
Retreating, firing, and hitting.
So she can do that.
On Indiana arguing the call.
I mean, step back, you're late. She almost looks you in the eye.
3. Picture this. May 30th, Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sunday. And everything went wrong for the Fever in the worst possible way. The game started normal enough. Just another matchup between two WNBA teams fighting for position. But the Sun came out with a level of physicality that crossed the line from competitive to dangerous. You could feel the tension building from the opening tip.
For a second, two players on the Indiana Fever got injured last night by the same player on the Connecticut Sun, and that was Jacy Sheldon. And I tweeted about it. She was playing so reckless. I'm fine with players playing aggressive, but there is a thin line between playing aggressive and playing reckless. When you dive for a ball, you don't land on somebody's leg. She landed on top of Sydney Colson's leg, and her leg got stuck and literally twisted around. Both injuries, both Sydney Colson and Sophie Cunningham, were contact injuries.
Sophie Cunningham went down first with what looked like a deliberate hit. The contact was hard. Too hard for what should have been routine basketball. Then Sydney Colson got hurt in another.
Playing with the kind of aggressive style that makes your blood boil.
Caused by the same player. And this kind of physicality that the WNBA they brag about. They say it's always been a physical league. That's just the heart of the It's not good basketball. And we've seen so many injuries. Paige Becker's out with a concussion. Rakia Jackson was out with a concussion. All of these injuries are contact plays. We've seen Caitlin Clark last year get chucked to the ground. We saw Angel Reese get clothesline chucked to the ground. The players continue to do it because the refs are allowing them. Why wouldn't you keep
Other since their Iowa versus Ohio State days. Back in college, Sheldon made it her mission to get under Clark's skin every single time they faced off on the court. She would shadow Clark everywhere, bump her on screens, talk trash during dead balls. This wasn't just basketball anymore. Here's where the college history comes into play. Sheldon and Clark had been going at each was personal.
Her mortal enemy took out a player. Jacy Sheldon. Caitlin Clark's mortal enemy. Jacy Sheldon.
The referees that Mayday seemed to let everything slide, like they were watching a completely different game.
Hard fouls went uncalled. Dangerous plays got ignored. Clark had to watch her teammates get hurt while Sheldon walked away without so much as a warning from the officials. The frustration was building with every possession. The Fever fought hard but lost that game 85-83. But more importantly, they lost two key players to injuries that could have been prevented if the officials had controlled the game properly. Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson were hurt, and their absence would be felt in the games that followed.
Reckless play. This is reckless. It is dangerous. And this angle makes it look even worse. It is dangerous. Like, Sid Colson is between her and the ball. Sid Colson is in fact between Jacy Sheldon and the ball, and she dives through her knee. It wasn't even called as a foul.
Looked at, it wasn't even called as a foul. You could see it in Clark's eyes after that loss. The way she Sheldon during the handshake line. The way she answered questions in the post-game interview. This wasn't over. Not by a long shot. The Fever would remember this game, remember who caused the injuries, and remember that the officials let it all happen.
Clark splashing home a three from way downtown. Kelly escorting her back to the bench.
Jacy Sheldon is there on it with her hand in her face.
The game starts with that familiar tension hanging in the air. Sheldon is guarding Clark like her life depends on it. Getting way too close for comfort. She's shadowing Clark on every possession, bumping her on screens, doing all the little things that make basketball ugly. This is the same aggressive style that hurt Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson back in May. Everyone in the arena can feel what's coming.
The contact is immediate and obvious. You can see Clark's head snap back from the impact.
Third quarter we go. They're trailing by 10. Keep an eye on her and Jacy Sheldon. Clark trying to back her down.
Clark is okay.
Sheldon fouls Clark, hitting her in the face. Clark is upset about that. Then everybody's upset about that. Marina Mabrey comes in. She decks Clark, tempers flaring on both sides.
Clark immediately grabs her face, and you can see the pain and anger mixing together as she realizes what just happened. She's squinting, trying to clear her vision. But you know she's thinking about more than just the physical pain. This wasn't an accident. This was the same player who hurt her teammates. Now,
Third quarter hits, and here comes the moment that changes everything. Clark is bringing the ball up court when Sheldon comes over to defend. She goes for what looks like a steal attempt.
to your eye socket. Any human being would react the same way. The crowd erupts because everyone saw what really happened, but somehow the referees are about to make this whole situation worse.
Hey,
I mean, is that displacement? I think
that
it is.
is. Oh, and Marina Mabrey's going to get ejected. If the officials saw that, Marina Mabrey is going to get ejected.
Well, they're going to go and look at it. Look at Mabrey. She's got a scar on one side, a scratch on one side of her face, a scratch on the other side. It's not from the game today. I asked her about it. She's always in the mix. There's a lot of contact here. There's a scrape across the face. That's what Clark didn't like.
That went unpunished before. Clark does what any competitor would do. She pushes back, literally pushing Sheldon away from her after getting poked in the eye.
For pushing back after getting her eye poked. A technical foul. For defending herself after someone poked her in the eye. The decision made absolutely no sense to.
Clark just scored 32 points in her first game back from injury, and now she's getting penalized for reacting to getting eye poked by the same player who hurt her teammates. The technical foul call sends the wrong message to everyone watching. It tells players that they can go after Clark with dangerous plays.
She reacts, she'll be the one getting punished. But this eye poke was just the beginning. Marina Mabrey was watching all of this unfold, and she was about to take things to a whole different level.
Take another look as we try to figure out what exactly went down. So you see her get hit in the face. Jacy Sheldon doesn't like that, and everybody on the team doesn't like it. Marina, trying to have her teammates back, pushes her down. You see a little bit of drama all the way around. Tina, Charles, Clark, and Mabrey, they received technical fouls. Sheldon received a flagrant 1 foul.
Right after Clark gets that bogus technical
Eye injury when Mabrey comes over and does something that shocked everyone in the arena. To take matters into her own hands in the worst way possible. Clark is still dealing with her.
That's what Clark didn't like. Then Mabrey came in with a bump.
And Mabrey's day is almost assuredly going to be done. On both teams.
This wasn't basketball contact. This was straight up assault. Mabrey body checked Clark, like this is hockey instead of basketball, sending her.
The hit was so obvious and so unnecessary that even casual fans could see what just happened. Clark hits the floor hard, and you can see the shock on her face as she realizes another Connecticut Sun player just took a cheap shot at her.
Marina Mabrey comes out of nowhere and chucks her to the floor. Now let's watch this in slow motion. Here, Jacy Sheldon is guarding Caitlin, swipes her in the face. There's one. Going for the ball, swipes her in the eyeball. Caitlin's gonna have to start wearing goggles. And then Caitlin pushes her off of her, like, why are you still in my face? Marina Mabrey, bat out of hell, chucks Caitlin.